Enable.
Festival of Architecture and Interior Designing, FOID, was held in New Delhi recently to celebrate creativity, design and innovation. Now in its 5th edition, the festival reinforced its reputation as a unique initiative that celebrates the grandeur of architecture and design.
FOID is a platform of a lot of youngsters, the junior architects and the senior architects and the middle level architects all coming together to share their experience, their knowledge, their creativity and bring in a revolution in the field of architecture.
I would define FOID as being very innovative, very energetic and a great platform where the creative minds from the design fraternity come together and in a very formal and informal setting can exchange ideas, exchange thoughts, and that makes it for an event which is not so overbearing, and yet you find that something very productive coming out of it.
This is a common platform where not only the students and the practicing architects but even general public, people in the industry, vendors, they're all able to understand architecture at a much larger perspective and a much deeper level. And I think it's important to do that.
FOID is a festival of creativity and design in the truest sense of the words. Spread across 2 days, the 5th edition was a platform for thought-provoking discussions, critical debates and insightful presentations across a diverse range of issues. Both industry stalwarts and budding architects converged to network, deliberate and brainstorm on new ideas, opportunities and challenges facing the design industry.
There are not too many platforms where architectural ideas are exchanged to a wider group of people, even though it is always within a select community of either architects or students of architecture. But still it's critical that the dialogue between these different communities happen in public platforms.
It's a good platform where young inspiring architects are getting to meet their peers, getting to meet more experienced people like us, and it's also good for us to meet younger people because they're full of ideas and we are able to see some new ideas which generally we get cocooned in our offices, which we are not able to get exposed to.
Platform like this is important because there need to be forums for an exchange of views and a dialogue. That's something that is missing in our profession in India.
The camaraderie between the senior architects, the young architects, the students, the trade members, the corporates, that kind of camaraderie was missing. And I think FOID, with these Festival of Architecture and Interior Design, is providing the right platform. And now, after seeing this kind of concept in Delhi, I would actually be asking the FOID team to take it to the other cities also.
We hardly get opportunities to meet our industry people, and this is a place where we share ideas, we discuss, in fact we socialize, and we see a lot of newcomers, their thought process, and of course they learn from the industry stalwarts as well.
A knowledge-sharing platform that brings the design fraternity under one roof. This year, the theme of the festival was Let's Uncondition, which marked an attempt to break away from the chains of conditioning to explore new creative horizons.
If you stop thinking out of box, you can't create. And I believe it's a good beginning where we are making people who have forgotten to think out of box. We made them aware that yes, you should, in order to be and express your creativity, you should think out of box and be unconditional.
It is like unconditioning yourself from the whole discipline.
Unconditioning one's mind is definitely one of the bigger challenges that designers face. Without unconditioning the mind from preconceived ideas and thoughts, you cannot break new grounds, whether in design or whether in thought. So definitely it's a very, I would say, topical topic.
Based on the theme of liberating the blinkered mind, FOID 2017 commenced with eminent dignitaries and industry heavyweights in full attendance to flag off the 5th edition. The festival began with a keynote highlighting the secret to achieving success.
One little boy came once to a balloon seller and said to the balloon seller, "Sir, uncle, will that red balloon glow up in the sky?" The balloon seller, "Yes, son, definitely." "And the blue one?" Said, "Yes, of course." "And the violet?" Now the balloon seller was getting exasperated. Looks like he's going to go through each color and say, "Will each color go to the sky?" You know how kids can be, right? And guess what the balloon seller said? "Son, it's not the color of the balloon that takes it up. It's what's filled inside the balloon that takes it up. Whether it's red, blue, violet, pink, black, that's not what takes the balloon up in the air. It's the gas that's filled inside the balloon that lifts it up. Our charisma, our skill sets, our abilities, our talents, our capacities are all like the color of the balloon. You crack it, the color of the balloon. Have it. Have it. But know that it's the air in the balloon that takes it up, not just its color." And this is why I always say, it's not your aptitude, but your attitude that decides your altitude in life.
Considered to be one of the most prestigious design events, FOID not only celebrates the work of the creme de la creme of the design fraternity, but also promotes and inspires young talent to showcase its creativity.
Any platform that engages with younger people is important. In a country like India, it's always going to be important. Especially for architecture and interior design, I think, you see, the problem is most design communities or fraternities end up talking to themselves. And it becomes a bit of an echo chamber. What FOID does is, A, to begin with, it opens it up for architects and designers from all over the country. It pulls in a lot of people. B, I think the general vibe is much more conducive for like straight conversations about design. Because I think the vibe is younger, the kind of people involved are more energetic. I think that kind of leaks into how one perceives this event. I think those are the reasons why it's important to us as designers.
Well, a very different platform for not only the professionals, but I would suggest that it's very different in the sense it engages students as well, and that is a need of time to engage students with the professionals to get insight of different areas of design. That's very important, and that's what makes FOID different, I think.
With an aim to create a dialogue for stalwarts and future architects, a key highlight of FOID 2017 was the Design Arena, a space that made the festival an extraordinary affair. The Design Arena displayed eclectic projects by renowned architects and giants of design from India and abroad that left the visitors enthralled.
I think it's quite amazing because the designs displayed there had a unique modern touch, but many places where I saw also had a traditional flavor. So it was kind of a blend of tradition and modernism.
Again, it showed a huge amount of talent. It showed diversity of people, some of them very new in terms of publicity. And I think that's a great thing that you're giving publicity to designers who are now have to take the place of the old guys now. So I think that's an exciting thing about this.
With a host of innovative design illustrations turning heads of the patrons, the Design Arena also showcased the creative skills of young students from leading colleges across the country.
The Design Arena is been very exciting to go through. It's full of new ideas and out-of-the-box thinking. And from that perspective, I think it's a great thing where you have young architects come together and rather than them coming together, they are brought together by FOED and their works are displayed for the rest of the fraternity to see what new things are emerging.
I think it's a forum in which there's a lot of exchange of ideas, and most importantly, young designers are coming up. We need young people to take over.
I see a lot of new faces in design arena, which I'm very happy to see that, because if you understand, if you see their faces, new work which is coming, so it's a next gen work which is being presented here, and I'm very proud to see that there is a lot of young talent which has created such wonderful work.